Hi, this is Zach with the US Chartbreakers for Wednesday, the 14th of June here at Zach's Traders Cafe. Starting off with the S&P, where we've hit the top of that rising November trend channel, in fact October trend channel to be precise. We were looking for 43.60. That line obviously ticked up a bit, so it's 43.70 at the moment. So basically hit that target and looking for a fresh leg to the upside. The next level up could be as high as 46.80, which is a old resistance line projection from August last year. Obviously, the way things are going, that might take 1 or 2 months, at least probably by the end of next month at the earliest. On the downside, not really looking for anything lower now than 42.60.70, which is the bottom of that flag after we gapped up earlier this month. On to the stocks and quite a few favorites. Favorite means that the shares have gone up as we wanted them to. One of them is C3AI. The start of the rally was a bear trap island reversal after that rug pull that we had at the beginning of April, which looked like a rug pull, and obviously rug pulls normally are buying opportunities after they've shaken out the weak hands. And here the view is that we had recent resistance around $39, above $39, looking for $60 as soon as the end of next month. Moving along to stock which is, I think, making it 2 days a row here, Carnival Corporation. Here, unfilled gap to the upside on Monday and closing above that the high of that day. That means that we're looking for more earnestly looking now for $18 by the end of next month, maybe even sooner than that, while we're above the old target here at $14 on Carnival. Stock which I've covered a while back, but it seems to be back in business now. FuboTV. Here we've got the shares in a broadening triangle base from back in November. It's obviously taken quite a long time to base out, but we gapped through the 50-day line, which is normally a telltale sign of recovery. And now we've broken the old resistance there around $2.10, above $2.10, looking for the top of that triangle there as high as $3.45 by the end of next month. Obviously, the key here is that we clear the 200-day line around $2.45 relatively cleanly over coming days. On to everyone's favorite meme stock, and here another rug pull situation which we recognized, the shares falling back or gapping down earlier this month, and then but actually finding support at $20.10, which was right on that March support line. I'm not sure if anybody else would have got that, but after that we've had strong up days, gapping up yesterday, and now we are looking for $31 at the top of that trend channel. And given that the floor of the channel worked at $20.10, hopefully the top of the channel at $31 will work over the next few weeks, or maybe at the current rate of progress even sooner than that. This stage only really an end of day close back below the floor of the gap there around $24.30, really delaying the idea at $31 rather is on its way. Moving on to another recovery situation, and here it is Lumen. And looking at this, you can see that the shares trying to break above the 50-day moving average. That has been a block on the stock for much of the last year. We can get through that though, and end of day close above that, then we're looking for a potential target as high as $3.30. The reason that we're confident, or more confident, that this is the final turning point and we will break above the 50-day line is because there is bullish divergence there, so lower lows for the share price, but the RSI has been tracking higher on the price lows over the last few weeks, so pretty impressive divergence there on Lumen. On to Nvidia, which must be regarded currently as one of the stocks of the year, if not the stock of the year. AI boom behind it as well, bubble some might say. Here we gapped up at the end of last month. Solid support there around the $375 area, gap higher over the last 24 hours, and the initial target here up to $450 by the end of next month, and maybe up to $500 as a peak there over the next 1 to 2 months. But let's see how we progress over the next few days. Recent resistance around the $400 level, so if you're looking for a tighter stop, then that would probably be the place to look at and look for. Moving on to stalwart of the chart breakers here, Opendoor Technologies, and here gap higher yesterday and clearing recent resistance around $2.80. Above that, looking for the top of that broadening triangle November resistance line at $4.30 by the end of next month. So a decent looking situation there after the slow break of the 200-day moving average. Haven't had Rivian on the chart breakers for quite a while, but here it is, bouncing off a rising 50-day moving average. It looks like a rising trend channel base here. Top of the channel there around $18.30, and we're looking for that over the next 2 to 4 weeks. If you're cautious, I suppose you'd wait for a clearance of the $15.70 area, which has been post-April resistance for the shares. But with that rising 50-day line, looks like the stock is on its way anyway. Another regular here on the chart breakers is SoFi Technologies, and here beautiful. Well, first thing is that we hit our target there around $8.80, above $8.80, looking for the next resistance line up, which is from back in April last year, and that would predict a target as high as $11.50 by the end of next month, while we're above the $8.80 zone, and really only well back below $8.50, the old resistance in August and in February, really delaying or questioning the ongoing upside scenario. Speaking on going upside scenarios, we've got Tesla. Very smooth break of the 200-day line. We hit the first target there around $240. Above that, we're looking for as high as $280 by the end of next month. And the way things are going, could even be by the end of this month. Interesting how there's been such a sharp recovery there, and also that we're still well off the highs that we saw back at the beginning of last year. So maybe you could argue there's still decent upside there anyway on a relative basis. On to Unity. And here a nice bull flag, looks like a mid-move consolidation, hopefully ahead of a move up to $53 by the end of next month. Recent support around $35, $36, and so above that we're looking for the big number there up towards $55 by the end of July. So interesting looking turnaround there at Unity. Finishing off with Upstart, and the picture here also a recovery, and looking for, well, actually already seen a couple of targets hit. So first target there was up to $30, and the resistance line there from October. The next one, basically where we are, $36, $37, $38, and an August resistance line, and above 38, looking for as high as 48 by the end of next month. Spectacular turnaround with that massive unfilled gap to the upside through the 50-day line, bear trap gap reversal. Those tend to be pretty hot in terms of subsequent movement. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.